welcome back to another video on the channel. Today so first thing in the box is a GT style grill. Now obviously this is not going on my M340, but pretty much opened it, wanted to inspect it, make sure that everything is okay with the actual grill. If not, obviously we go ahead and send it back. We got to also reach out to Pro Dipper because we're getting some extra little touches. Make sure this is okay, pack it back up, get it ready, ship the card to Pro Dipper, and then we'll reveal it to you guys on the channel. Yo, finally, I mean, we got some more bags, but now first I will say, you'll notice I didn't call this a flex fuel kit, something like a motive reflex flex fuel kit, or if you were to equip this with a JB4, which Burger Tuning sells, the link obviously would be down below. I'm not sure if JB4 does it per se. I know JB4 has the fail safes or like the safeties of something like this. I may be wrong though. I know for a fact Motive Reflex does have a kit integrate the software tuning with the new hardware components. This right here that I picked up from Burger Motorsports, I have the price down below, is merely just a flex fuel sensor, which allows me to use an app on my iPhone, Android, or whatever you have to calculate how much ethanol I have in the tank. Now, if I have too much ethanol or too little ethanol, there's pretty much nothing I can do about it. The car will not calibrate the fueling charts or tables to go ahead and change it so I can run the car safely. I would just know not to beat on the car and until we get the ethanol levels figured out. True flex fuel kits like the Motor Reflex I think starts off around $995. Maybe I'll put the link down below on that as well. I know my tuner, my body does it. There's no such thing as too little or too much ethanol. The tune will calibrate on the fly. Me and the tuner for my BMW M340 mic body, we're pushing the car pretty much to the limit as far as tuning wise on stock turbo. Remember, I have just a downpipe and an intake on my car at the moment. So I think you guys are gonna be pretty excited when you see what numbers we pull off this car with literally just a downpipe, some really good tuning and an intake. However, when we're reaching higher levels of boost and timing, we really need to make sure that we have the proper fuel in the car. That's where this kit comes into play. Now, first and most important in this kit is the ethanol sensor. I want to say this is like some Continental brand. It is just like a Continental brand generic sensor. We have a harness. We have what it looks like the Bluetooth module that goes into the harness, obviously. Last but not least, we have two hoses to replace the one. Here we have the high pressure fuel pump. For those B58 guys who don't know, it's a lot easier than M55, which sat on the other end over there. Actually, all previous BMWs sat over there. This is a lot easier. It's easy to change. You only take 2 bolts. This is a DIY thing. Now, what the high pressure fuel pump does is exactly what it says it does. It takes low pressure. This comes in on this rail, squeezes it up, uses this exhaust camshaft, squeezes it, tightens it up, turns it to about like 5,000 PSI, and yeah, puts fuel in every single one of these cylinders. So luckily we're working on the low pressure side. We're gonna go ahead and try to follow that metal line. Okay, so it seems as this is vacuum. So this would be vacuum and this would be fuel. Had to go to owner's manual, keyword search, and I just typed in fuses. F-U-S. Oh. You click on that and it'll pretty much tell you in cargo area, boom. You scroll down, it gives you a website, bmw.com/fuse card. I'm here now on the website. Now I have to put in the VIN of the car. So I'm gonna go outside, put in a VIN, download the PDF, and hopefully we can figure out where these fuel pump fuses are. All of this, the 90s vehicles, 80s vehicles, any freaking Japanese, you pop the thing, the list of the fuses right inside. This gotta be so difficult. Behind this little panel, the fuse box, and I finally have a diagram of the fuses. Now, to make matters even worse, I see fuel. Bam. Wait a minute. I think this is the trunk. Yeah, see, this is the trunk, so I'm not even in the right box, I think. I have to be in the front. Slowly grows impatient, decides to take matters into his own hands. So, figured it out. It just twists. Push up. And push out. Fuel pump disengaged. And just wait. There is some residual fuel in the system. This is how something like this is able to happen. The car will still start up. Now, once that fuel, the residual fuel that the pump kind of primed up in there runs out, you'll get drivetrain malfunctions and the car will cut off. Same exact thing if you were to disconnect the fuse. However, just didn't have time to look for a fuse, and that was a lot easier. The car shut off. So I'm gonna turn it back on and see if it starts. So yeah. So there's only one way that it goes in. It's this way right here. I don't know which way it flows though. Which way is fuel supposed to flow in this thing? Yeah. There we go. But little explanation. So this clip sits right here over it. I'll put it on here because I don't think I'm gonna need it. These clips look a little bit different, a little bit more difficult to get out. These ones seem. But once you remove this, push down and then push up and then pop off. I'll do the same thing on this side. Oh, we got a lot of fuel coming up the back end on that one. Boom, here we go. So this is the, wow, it's almost the exact size too. Gonna go ahead and just pop in on this end. You should just be able to push it in. There we go. No retainer clips or anything needed. Gonna go ahead, fish this down, and boom. So that looks done up. Wire is a tad bit, hose is a tad bit long, but not a big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the engine cover back on because we are done. It does look a little weird, but whatever. I might fix it. I might touch it up later. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the fuel pump. You should hear like a whirring sound. It locks, and I'm gonna twist back. So we didn't go in the fuel tank, guys. We ain't got nothing to worry about. So looks like one, and twist-a-roo. Set this. Back, which is pretty stupid. I think it would have been a smarter idea to kind of put that somewhere where you could hide it easily. We are going to route this puppy. Julia want the smoke. Oh, you don't want the. Oh, you don't want the smoke, boy.
Taking out some wings.
Oh yeah, you wild. You on drugs, man. You on drugs. I ain't that crazy. Watch this stuff. This car's fast, like Sean. The brakes suck. I need it fast as a motorcycle for sure. Are here, yo. It kind of kills me sometimes when I have my whole plan, and I'll get here and there's another car here and they're doing something, and I'm like, oh, ruin my whole day. Yeah. Man, it's a little decent.
Now you just don't plan.
Nah, now I just pull up out here. Before I used to be scared to film. That's what it was. Like, I mean, not scared to film, but like, kind of like around everybody. Yeah, now I'm just like, yo. Nah, I'm joking. You see me with the cab? Nah, man. What you gotta say, Lay?
Oh, I don't know what to say. Just subscribe to Slow Speed.
Like,
comment.
Say what you like, Sean. Come on now, real, raw, uncut. Right now, say what you gotta say, Lay.
Nah, yo.
Yo,
go fund me.
We're not even on audio right now. We on regular. Don't. I gotta get a haircut too. I got a haircut appointment at 2, and it's 1:06. So
you got an hour.
I'm gonna chop this vid. Nah, he always be late anyway. But all right, Lay, I hit you back.
All right.
Whew. Sorry for the shakiness. I really ain't feel like throwing that gimbal on right now. Yeah, that's just like how that look. Hold on, I'm gonna do it again. Job is done. Well, almost done. Not quite 100%. And by the way, I have this mic. Let me know how you guys like the audio quality in this mic. I've been thinking about upgrading it to like the Video Rode Pro. This is the micro one. I'll take it off and let you guys see it. This one right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is one of the cheaper options. However, my main goal was to really block out the wind, and this pretty much does it. So I don't know. Let me know. I was thinking about upgrading the sound quality on it a little bit, but at this point, it's pretty much up to you guys. I'm from work, and yeah, it really didn't feel like completing everything exactly properly. So I did what needed to be done. The lines, the replacement lines, right here. Ethanol sensor. This is Continental brand, like the tire. This is Fuelit brand, and this is, I guess, Fuelit as well, or Burger Motorsports. I'm not even sure at this point. This has to be touched up a little bit. Underneath the hood looks a little, you know, janky. I have to plug the original tracking stuff in there, which I don't even really use anyway. And this is the setup, tapped into the positive. Now the only reason it's this long is because the negative is right here. Well, you can use tons of negatives. Any bolt, like something like this over here, or just various components from the car. I'm pretty sure these are grounding bolts as well. This obviously you can tell because the chassis of majority cars are grounded. Now I think there are some chassis that are actually like positive and not negative, but that's just we're not gonna talk about that. My goal is I either want to find a better ground closer over here, or just make the wire longer, tuck it right in behind underneath this where these wires go, so you don't see anything. It's perfectly fine. We'll walk inside and I'll go through the app and kind of show you guys the setup. I already have everything downloaded. One of the things that I do not like, I'll be 100% honest with you, this however is $4.99. You open it up and it'll tell you straight up, this is the first page. I have E49 in the car right now. Second one gives you just temperature, and that's pretty much it. The third one is a calculator to kind of calculate how many gallons you have in the tank, how much ethanol you want, what's your goal, and right here on the bottom it will tell you, you know, 2 gallons of E85 to 11 gallons of gas, or 9 to 6, or whatever, to give you the ratio. One of the super dope things, I've connected it once. I disconnect it from time to time, load up the radio to Apple CarPlay and everything, but I really don't have to reconnect it again. As soon as you open the app, it just finds the Bluetooth module and everything works fine. I wish the eNet MHD dongle thing did the same thing, it was just as easy. However, this car is eventually going to be sold. Not exactly yet. I will post it up, I think, later on tonight on Auto Trader or Cars.com or Auto Tempest or whatever website that you know, I think I can get the best deals off of. I will go ahead and post the car up. You guys will find out the price of the car if you guys search it or anything like that. And I don't actually count on it selling as fast, so that's why I'm kind of putting them now. I will still make content. I still have the new wheel setup that I'm getting for this car for better traction. We're still going to go ahead and do some more fine tuning with Mikey. make this car the best stock turbo car. One of the main goals is to not butcher this car clearly, because one, I'm going to sell it. Two, I don't want to put a lot of money into it, putting on the aftermarket parts when I just want to sell it. And three, well, you guys seen that 435? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. Stay tuned for the next one, and definitely go ahead and subscribe. All right, guys, Mike from Slow Speed. Peace out.